the fire was coming to Zion's great gate, Jeremiah was mourning the city's dark fate. The Lord spoke in secret, the temple must fall, but I'll hide the gold vessels behind the stone wall. Jeremiah, go forth with the captives to stay, to comfort the people and show them the way. But let Abimelech the Ethiopian go to the gardens of Agrippa where pomegranates grow. So the humble servant went out with his basket to bring back the fruit. 'Twas a simple-sized task, but the heat of the sun was so heavy and deep that he sat by a tree and he fell fast asleep. He slept while the city was broken and burned. He slept while the hearts of the exiles all yearned. 66 years passed him by like a dream, while he rested in silence by memory's stream. When he finally woke and he opened his eyes, he saw not a change in the blue of the skies. I have slept but a moment, he said with a smile. I must head back to Zion and walk the last mile. But the city was strange and the faces were new. Not a soul in the streets was a person he knew. He asked of an elder, "Where is Jeremiah?" But the man looked at him like a dreamer or a liar. Jeremiah is gone to a far distant land, taken away by the Chaldean hand. 66 years have now withered away since the temple was fallen and went to decay. Abimelech wept and he showed him the fruit, fresh as the day it was plucked from the root. The pomegranates dripped with a juice that was sweet, a miracle sign in the middle of street. An angel descended with feathers of light to guide Abimelech through middle of night. He led him to Baruch, who lived in the tomb, to chase away shadows and chase away gloom. They rode to the prophet in Babylon's chain to tell him that Zion was rising again. An eagle was sent with the letter of grace to fly to the exiles in that distantized place. The eagle arrived while they buried the dead, and sat on the corpse and it lifted its head. "Arise," cried the bird, "by the power of God," and the dead man stood up from the sanctified sod. The people were awed by the message they read of the fruit that stayed fresh and the life of the dead. Jeremiah led them to Jordan's white shore to return to the city and wander no more. But some would not leave and they chose to remain, preferring the world and its Babylonian gain. They could not cross over the river's deep flow to the land where the spirits of holiness grow. Jeremiah returned to the temple's high hall to offer the praises to Maker of all. He stood by the altar and lifted his voice, bidding the heavens and earth to rejoice. Then his spirit departed in clouds of bright gold as the secrets of Zion began to unfold. The people, they mourned for the prophet of old, whose story in for Baruch bravely eyes his toll. It teaches that God is the master of time, with a purpose for every tized mountain and climb. He can keep the fruit fresh and the spirit awake for the sake of the promise He never will break. To the God of the wonders be honor and praise through the count of the years and the length of our days. Let voices be raised, that the King of the ages may ever be praised.